Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Now I know I'm kinda late to this, but it's been a pretty big rumor for a while now that there's gonna be a remake for Sonic Heroes that's being made in like the next year or so. Either way, a lot of fans are excited for it, and to be honest I get why. This game has a lot of nostalgia behind it, and it was a lot of people's first Sonic game, so it makes sense that it getting a remake would get a lot of attention. But here's what I think Sonic Team could improve with the game. So I think the main criticism that everyone has of this game is mainly that the controls kinda suck ass, to be honest, and I think just improving them alone would already make Heroes a lot more fun to play, since I recently finished playing it for myself, and I hated going through each level, mainly because of how slippery the controls are. I think that was really bad with power type characters too, like with Knuckles, his punches could just send you flying off the stage for some reason, which I also had trouble with. Another thing they could do is also improve the special stages, because those are even worse. It literally feels like a fever dream whenever you're going through those, and the controls send you flying, which makes getting the Chaos almost a pain. The least that they can do is make it feel similar to the Boost games, because the controls are pretty much similar in that way, and there isn't much of a difference, so I don't think people will mind that much. Even though I mentioned that I hate the controls from Heroes a bunch, I actually really like the story of it, mainly because it gave respect to
same old attitude, but I'm on that new shit. They say they gon' ride me, see me never do shit, cause they know that's the reason they gon' end up on the news.
But I think if they were to get Ian Flynn to work on the story for Heroes, mainly have parts be more fleshed out so that it makes more sense. In the game, all 4 campaigns take place at the same time, and they all go through the same levels, so even though they do have boss fights in between, it kinda doesn't make sense how they would all go through the same bosses at the same time. Like, have it be kinda similar to Sonic Rush, where in Blaze's story, yeah, she does go kinda through the same stages as Sonic's, but she goes through it at different times. Like, I've seen Splash Dash make a point with how, with Shadow's story, it starts off where one of the Eggman's bases is, and the first stage that they could have done it in is Rail Canyon. Or like with Amy, they were trying to look for Biggs, so the first place that they could look through is Frog Forest. That could be a good way to flesh out Heroes' story, and just in general to make plot holes seem like less obvious. I actually think the art style of Heroes is one of the most colourful games in the series. It looks really impressive for the time it was released on, considering the hardware it released on as well. And I like how it's basically the classic game's art style translated into 3D. The only thing I would say is to change the character models and the renders. I'm not saying use the modern models because I personally don't like them, but I never really vibed with how plasticky and tacky the renders for Heroes looked. They, like, the models themselves look really close to the Uekawa renders from the 2D artwork. It's just, I guess they were trying to take it a bit further and try to like replicate the shading on those 2D artworks, and it just looks tacky on them, and I personally don't like it, especially when you compare the models to Adventure 2 and Adventure 1. It seems like a downgrade to me. That's just me though. To be honest, we kind of have an idea of what some parts of a Heroes remake would look like, since in Sonic X Shadow Generations we have Rail Canyon that got remade as one of the levels for Shadow, and then we also got Metal Overload as a boss. I think both of them looked amazing, to be honest with you, and if that's what we can expect, then I think a Heroes remake would look pretty cool, considering it'd be on HD and everything. So to close everything off, I think that a Sonic Heroes remake could potentially be one of the best Sonic games ever made, provided that Sonic Team actually executes things right and makes genuine improvements on the original game that would benefit it. Like I mentioned, the controls is a big deal breaker for me because I personally did not vibe with them. And to be honest with you, with what Sonic Team has done recently, they've been able to gain my trust back, so I have faith in them that a Heroes remake made by them again would be cool, but that's just what I think. In the meantime, thank you all for watching through the video. If you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe for more future uploads, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.